wasn't sure whether to tell you about this, but, well, I will. I was originally intending to put a reflection up online yesterday, but a combination of poor planning and getting distracted meant that I ran out of time. And so as I spent an anxious time worrying that I just wasn't doing enough, I realized that the story of Jesus washing his disciples' feet provided the answer to such thoughts. And as well as a story about Maundy Thursday, it points forward to Good Friday. So here we are today. Am I doing enough? I suspect that may be a thought going through other people's minds at the moment as well. Of course, you may be among those in the front line and you're doing all you can, but still worry at times it may not be enough. For others, you find yourself being called to unfamiliar roles, such as being more involved in your children's education. Am I doing it right? Is it enough? Or it may be that you feel stuck at home with the helplessness of feeling that you're not able to do anything. Maybe you're used to helping others, and now you're the one who's being helped. Or maybe you have a nagging sense that with more time on your hands, you should be praying more. Is it enough? And at first sight, the story of Jesus washing his disciples' feet would seem to make the problem worse. After all, he finishes, "If I, your Lord and Master, have washed your feet, so you should wash one another's feet." Doesn't that mean that we should be out helping other people? But the story doesn't start there. It starts with the story of Jesus and Peter. "You will never wash my feet," says Peter. "If I do not wash you, you have no part in me," replies Jesus. The start of the story is not our service, but our being willing to receive from Jesus. Before he calls us to serve, he calls us to take time to receive from him the washing we need. And Jesus links it to what's about to unfold. It's a story for today, for Good Friday, as well as Maundy Thursday. "You do not understand," says Jesus, "what I've done for you, but later you will understand." As he washes his disciples' feet, it's an acted parable of what he will do as he dies on the cross the next day, providing a washing that, in the words of the Message Bible, is not about hygiene, but about holiness. Jesus wants our service to spring out of a realization that there's something about who we are as human beings that we can't fix for ourselves, but that God has provided the remedy in sending his Son to die for us. As John goes on to tell the story of Jesus' crucifixion, as Jesus dies, he cries, "It is finished." That's not a cry of exhaustion, "At last it's all over," but a cry of triumph. It's completed. We don't have to be the remedy for the troubles of the world or of our own lives. The post of Messiah, of Saviour, has already been taken, and his work is accomplished. We've got nothing we need to add. Our service begins by simply receiving what he's done. Someone once said that we work not for grace, but from grace. Not to earn God's favour, but because we've received that favour as a gift. Otherwise, we run the danger of being like Peter, dear Peter, who means so well, but oscillates between overconfidence, you're not washing my feet, even if the others deny you, I never will, and failure, fear, and self-doubt as he denies Jesus 3 times and leaves weeping. So this Good Friday, what's left of it, spend time learning afresh what it means to come before God just as you are, with your anxieties and failures, and receive from him as gift the forgiveness and renewal that comes not as a reward, but as a free gift because of that finished work on the cross. Our security and identity, our sense of who we are, doesn't start from what we do, but from the knowledge that we are loved and cherished and forgiven children of God. When Jesus then calls us as his disciples to serve, we do so out of astonished gratitude. That service may be something small, doing the washing up or calling that lonely friend, or it may be something that calls for all that we are and have. Whether it seems large or small, whether we succeed or not, it will then be the service of those who are already, with all our fears and failures, loved to the end. I wish I'd remembered that sooner yesterday.